Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Roxy here, and I'm so excited to have you on today's video. So today, I want to have an important conversation with you about the topic of fat burners. Now, I get these questions all the time from you guys about fat burners, whether or not you should be using them, who should use them, and if not, what some alternatives could be. So I want to go ahead and dive into that topic and clear the air for you. Now, if this is the first time that you are joining me, welcome. My name is Roxy Beckles, and I am an IFBB pro and a fitness professional who has been in this industry for over 21 years. And I absolutely love what I do because I get to help women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond to rewrite their stories, to transform their bodies, to transform their entire lifestyles, and to embrace who they are and love who they are, and to do it through fitness and a smarter approach to their overall nutrition and training. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So to answer the blaring question, do you need a fat burner? And the answer is no, you don't need a fat burner. Fat burner is not needed in a plan to help anyone to lose weight. Now, is it an option to have in there? Kind of, sort of. There are some instances where I say that one can use one, but for the majority of you out there, you don't need a fat burner in the equation. And the reason why I say this is because when you rely on things like pills, fat burners, potions, this, that, the other, and all that other magical stuff, you're not truly learning what your body needs in order for you to get to the next level. So yeah, you might drop a lot of weight, and yeah, you might see the scale dropping and all that other stuff, but at the end of the day, if you're not doing it in a way that's going to be consistent with what you have to do to keep that weight loss, you're just going to rebound back. So it's better for you to learn how to lose weight and change your body without relying on fat burners. And so let's talk about exactly how you should do that. So number one thing I say to every single client that works with me or anyone that asks me this question about fat burners is that, honey, your fat burner is your diet. Okay, so you need to get that diet together and make sure that you are eating in a deficit. Now, I like to be a little bit more on the conservative side when it comes to starting off a person in a deficit. So after I figure out their maintenance calories, so after you figure out your maintenance calories, I want you to go ahead and start with a 15% deficit from that. And depending on how much you're eating and what your calories are, that's going to set you off to be in enough of a deficit to see your body start to respond. So figure out maintenance. Take a 15% deficit. Now, why did I say 15% versus like 250 to 500 calories or whatever? Well, if you're a woman who's on the smaller side and you're supposed to be eating around 1,1300 calories or even 1,400 calories for your deficit, and you take 250 calories away, you're going to be eating a little small amount of food that can actually be more detrimental in the long run. But taking a 15% deficit, it just puts into perspective whatever that caloric number is for you and gives you a number to work from. And the beautiful thing is that you put that in motion, you see how the body responds, and you can go up and down from there depending on what results you're seeing and how far you want to push your diet and your nutrition. Now, the next thing you have to make sure that you're doing is staying fully compliant to whatever plan you put in place for yourself. So whether you're following a meal plan or you're doing if it fits your macros or however you like to eat, you've got to make sure that you're being compliant. And compliance does not mean perfection. Compliance simply means that 90% of the time that you are actually eating on plan, and for those 10%, that's where you might slip up a little bit or enjoy your cheat meal or have some dietary freedom. But for the most part, you need to make sure that you are on your plan, you are consistent, and that you are not giving yourself too much leeway in the meals department, because it's the diet that, again, is going to drive fat loss, and you got to make sure that you're doing everything you can to be consistent. The next thing that you got to do, track your foods. You have no idea how many times I ask a person who wants to lose weight, who wants to see their body change. I ask them, hey, so how much are you eating a day calorically? They have no idea. So if you have no idea of what's going on, how can you fix it? How can you change that? So start tracking your meals. There's amazing food trackers out there. Personally, for my clients, we recommend MyFitnessPal, and we actually work very closely with our clients in helping them to make sure that they're hitting their numbers, making sure that if we give them macros and calories, that they are setting up their meals throughout the day in a way that makes sense for them, that allows flexible dieting and all that stuff. So MyFitnessPal actually really does solidly work. So even if you are following a meal plan, for clients that I sometimes have on a meal plan, I'll say, hey, I want you to track as well, because we need to make sure that you are consistent throughout this process to get you to that next level. But start tracking things and start knowing how much you're eating, what you're putting in your body. When you start taking that kind of control, that's when you're going to really see things change. Now, the final tip that I have for you today is in the training front. So here's what I want you to do. Instead of using those fat burners, you're going to use your diet, but also we're going to use your body to rev up your metabolism. So you should include intervals or high intensity training anywhere between 3 to 4 days a week, depending on how advanced you are. And with interval training, you can do them on any machine in the gym, or you can go outside running, or bike riding and all that other stuff, stair climbing. But the idea is to make sure that you're getting your heart rate way up there for about a minute or less, and then allowing yourself to recover for about that same amount of time. So going out there, getting your heart rate really up there for a short amount of time. Again, I like to say a minute or less, because that's truly, high intensity interval training in that. And when you do that, you're going to start seeing your metabolism rev up. You're going to get hungrier, and thus you're going to be burning more calories. Now, don't give in to the temptation to have to eat. Know that hunger is going to creep up on you. But what you do know is that your body is responding positively to what you're doing, and you are going ahead and burning fat without using a fat burner. Now, there are some times where I am okay with clients using a fat burner. And usually that's for my competitors, because when you compete in bodybuilding in any of the divisions, the leanness that you need to get that the judges are looking for is not too natural to the body. So having a fat burner in there, having a thermogenic in there is really helpful. And what the key is, though, is that it's only used for a short amount of time. So anywhere between 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, depending on the person, and making sure that when we reach that date where we are done, that they get off of them. And that's where a lot of regular people who are not competitors go wrong. That when they use fat burners, they stay on them way too long, and it causes problems with your adrenals and more down the line, which, is going to come with it a host of other problems in stopping you from losing weight and changing the body the way you need it to be. So the only place where I am okay with people using fat burners is when they are competitors and they have a date in which they're going to stop using it and they're going to quit it and go back to their regular normal lifestyle. Well, I hope today's video was helpful for you. I hope that it inspired you to look at things a little bit differently and see how you can really step up your game in the kitchen when it comes to your nutrition, and in the gym too, to help you to change your body forever. Hey, listen, if you're watching this video right now and you love what I have to share and you feel like it's speaking to you, and that, you feel like you have a connection to me, and like you want to go ahead and find out more about how we can possibly work together, then I want to invite you to come on and find out more information. Stop by my website, roxierfitness.com/workwithroxy. And there you'll see that I have a video presentation that I want you to watch, where I'm going to talk about the 4 types of clients, the 4 women that I work with. And you're going to be able to identify yourself and feel like, hey, you know what? That's me. And I know Roxy can be the one to help me. Once you watch the video, you get a gist of how, what to expect. Then the 2 of us can get on the phone and talk about what is holding you back right now, and try to come up with some solutions as to what you need to do to be able to get to that next level. So go ahead and contact me, roxierfitness.com/workwithroxy. By the way, that call is complimentary. It's totally free. And we'll talk for 30 minutes to get to the bottom of what you need. Now, if you're watching this video and you don't need coaching, you're like, I don't want any coaching right now, Roxy. I might in the future, but I just want to get information from you so you can teach me how to do things better. I got something for you. Come and join my free email list, roxierfitness.com/email list. Enter your information and we'll stay connected on a weekly basis with some stuff that's going to inspire you and help you to really step up your game in the gym. Hey, by the way, if you have comments, post them below. I love to hear your thoughts, so share them. What are some ways that you use, besides fat burners, to burn more calories and see the best bang for your buck in the gym? Post them below. Let's go ahead and discuss that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell so that way you don't miss anything. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.